Alright, people, just show you just some of my favourite films, just some of them. Got too many to show you as my favourite, but I'll just show you just some of them, just some. But House 1, it's my favourite bloody film, people, of my childhood. Yep, and Street Trash was my favourite film. I first seen this film in 1989, and I've seen it again in 92. And oh, what a film this is, eh? Favorite, let's put that one back. Oh, bloody tapes everywhere, people. Put it back where it belongs. Alright, that's my. This film's alright though, but the cover is my favourite one. This film's good too. All my favourites, they're fresh films, all of them. They're all just as good as each other. They're all good ones. It's my. I won't say favourite all the time. This one here, you know. This one, Betamax. I already showed you tapes before, and I've shown them all in one hit. As to some of them are my favourites. Got too many favourite films, people. Too many favourites. Alright, see, Betamax I showed it before. And Mother's Day, you can say that's my favourite in a way. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's a bit of bullshit, you know what I mean? Kind of film takes seriously. Terminator, the first one's my favourite, but part 2 is my favourite too, you know. But you know, my bloody favourite, people. See the Dawn of the Bloody Dead, my favourite. David is my favourite. The two good ones, but this one here got better. This one here got better effects. What's his name? Tom Savini put more work into his film with effects, but this one is still very good though. They're both just as good. Yeah, my favourite. Uncut. It's not really uncut. It's basically the same as the DVD one I got, but there's a bit more longer cut than this one. It goes for 3 hours or more. This is just uncut for the. This is just uncut for the 80s, early 80s, people. You know, if you know what I mean. Blood sucking freaks. My favourite. This film here is bullshit, people. It's supposed to be it's bullshit. Don't take it seriously. Got to try to take off this shit off the 9. I don't want to tear it off and I tear it too fast. See, I showed the tape before, people. I'm showing it for part of my favourites. Because this for me is total bullshit, but it's good enough. You can't take this kind of shit seriously. So, look at this. That's why this bullshit's my favourite for. Got to put these tapes back. Back in the spot in a minute. Dr. Fives, Rise of the Again. That's my favourite too, you know one. Showed the tape before, no? So I'm Betamax. Predator's my favourite. Predator. Good bloody film of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And hang on. This one here, people. This is my favourite. This one has got Hellraiser 1 in the same box. This is how it came out in the X rental back then. I already showed this tape before. Because I will be showing this one here from time to time because it's my favourite. It's my favourite film. There's part 1 in there. Part 1 is my favourite film in there, you know. Part 2 is my favourite, but part 1 is more of my favourite. I'll be showing this one from time to time, on and off, because it's my favourite X rental. See, part 1, part 2 in the same box. The X rental back then. It's my favourite, and it's good weight, and it's good weight because I can remember when I hired this back in 1990, because I had some other tapes in the bag too, some other ones, and it made the bag heavy. This made it a bit more awkward to put in the bag because it's a big X rental. What came out then? This is the Australian special edition X rental. Might as well put it back where it belongs in the spot. Put that one back where it belongs. See, I got it up there. See, I got Hell Raider 1 again in that box. I got two copies. I got two copies off of Hell Raider 1 in that one and that one. That's the original cut what came out then. I showed the tape before, people, and I'll show them again, but don't worry about these two. Yeah, my favourite film, Evil Dead. Part 1's my favourite. And part 2 is my favourite. Fright Night 2 is not my favourite, but this is my favourite box. But part 1, where's part 1? I don't know where I put it, but somewhere. But part 1 is my favourite one. Mad Max 1 and 2. Mad Max 1 and 2 are my favourites. But part one is more made for the Australians. Part two is a bit more to sell overseas for the overseas market, more like in the American market. American, I don't know what's better to say, but part 1 is pure bloody Aussie. That's why it's my favourite one. Part 2 had people walk around in punk buddy hairstyles, run around in buddy G-strings on cold buddy nights, punk hairstyles. That's made for the overseas market. For this one here is more like Australian, but they're good film. But part 3, I won't talk about that one. Part 3 is not my favourite. Basket Case. Basket Case part 1 is my favourite part, but number 1, part 2 and 3 are my. You can say they're my favourite in a way, but the first one is more my favourite. My favourite. Madman is my favourite, yeah. And my favourite. Toxic Avenger part 1 is my favourite. Part 2 and 3 are okay, but part 1 is a bit more over the top. If you know what I mean, people. That deal. That's my favourite, you can say. My favourite. That's my favourite because it's way out buddy in that film. This film here, it's not my favourite, but it's my favourite cover. I can remember this cover when I was a kid. But when I saw the film, but the film did not have this much of this demon in it. I was disappointed. It should have this demon in it more. It should have been, this film here should have been the story about this demon, not about the other bullshit. Yeah, but yeah. My favourite. My favourite, people. The Fog, you can say, is my favourite. Right, people. It's the end then. It's the end of that. It's the end of that, people. Well, might as well just finish it now. Right, people. Then this is just only a small amount of my favourite films. I've got so many to yeah. Right, people. Then.